I don't see how carrying the dread in the country is a problem.
Lagos State, your worst.
Let me tell you something. Where you have your property is where your mind will be.
Yeah, I was even expecting maybe 100 million naira bill because it has always been like that. Because from my own point of view, we can't get justice from them. There are nobody in a country whereby judges are protesting for salary. In a country whereby everybody sees nothing is working. In a country whereby the president is not even working itself. I don't even know if Nigeria has president or not. And they are here, granting Sowore, who has not done anything just to protest. Is protest supposed to be an error or what?
The 20 million naira bill. Concerning the 20 million naira bill granted with for Sowore, all I want to say is, we are not surprised at all. It is their usual pattern. This is what they do. We are even actually expecting more stringent conditions. But then my message goes to every revolutionary lawyer out there. They should all know that this judiciary has been taken over by the executive. So it is their duty to actually free Nigerian judiciary. So I'm calling on every revolutionary lawyer out there that the job to liberate the judiciary, not even Nigeria now, because we have to liberate our judiciary, because they are accomplice to the oppression we are facing right now. So I'm calling on every revolutionary lawyer out there to call their magistrates, to call their judges to order, because this nonsense can't continue in a sane environment that we have. So I'm calling on every well-meaningful Nigerians to call on the Nigerian government to free Sowore now, to free Juwon now, to free Kremere now, and to free Peter and Ademola now.
Concerning the 20 million naira bill, it is normal. It is, which is not normal, but it is the normal for the injustices that has been happening. So now, because a lot of people that are there that are supposed to be released because they don't want peaceful protests. They don't want people to be. They see protesters as like transgressors, people that are always on their will. So, and it is not that, because everybody has a voice to speak, to tyranny, to speak against anything that is ills to the society. So now we are not getting justice. The court is like the court has been bought. Injustice everywhere. So everybody, all man for himself. But right now, we have to speak the truth, because the truth, for no matter how it works alone, it works with nobody, it will come out. So no matter how, the judge, anybody has the power to hold, to dispense, but I know the truth has its only power to dispense, which is the truth that the whole Nigerians will see sooner or later. So my advice is that free Sowore and free other Nigerians that are unjustly locked up.
Yeah, the 20 million naira bill against Sowore, for Sowore and the sureties, they said it should be level 12. We expected that, going by the antecedent of these judges. They are the enforcer of executive tyranny. They use remand orders and stringent bail conditions to hold people down. The same magistrates granted Damilare 7 million naira bail, not 20 million naira. Damilare was charged for unlawful possession of firearms and criminal conspiracy, much more grievous than unlawful assembly. Yet he was granted a very lenient bail. You understand? So Nigerians should just open their eyes that the bad governance we want to end does not stop with police brutality and executive tyranny. The judiciary is the major enforcer. Now, for other victims of injustice, Sanyaolu Juwon, Kremere, Peter and Damilare Ademola, who is a law student, I asked to get sureties and 1 million naira. You know, these judges will not do that to, these magistrates and judges will not do that to big politicians. They only do that to protesters, activists, people who have rights to assemble. as enshrined in the Constitution expressly. But what we get today is another judicial tyranny, and we should not overlook it. We should not overlook it. She has been dribbling, refused to grant bail, asking for proper application, and like oral application is not allowed in our courts. We don't know, different courtroom, different sort of attitude. So this is what we get today, and we have to move forward and resist judicial tyranny.
Concerning the 20 million bail condition about Sowore and the rest protesters in Abuja, I'm not surprised. No, I just want Nigerians to know that we all of us just have to speak out against this injustice, because we can't, with this recent bail condition shows that we can't get justice anywhere. Why the bandits that kill people, the Boko Haram walk freely, why innocent citizens are being jailed, and by the time it's time for their release, they come up with a strange bail condition. So I just want to advise Nigerians that this is the time to speak out against this lawlessness and injustice, because we can't continue like this as a nation. We can't continue. Let us all wake up with this kind of condition.
Well, the bail condition, to me, is interesting. About 5 people are arrested and charged with the same offense. The second, third, and fourth, and fifth were given what we call a lesser bail conditions of just 1 shorty and ₦1 million bail bond. Whereas the first, that is Omoyele Sowore, is given bail of 20 million and 2 shorties. Generally, given the status of Sowore, one could understand. He was a former presidential candidate, he's a leader of a party, he's a leader of a movement and all that. And he has a far higher status, talking politically and socially than the others. As for the amount of money, since it's not bail security, the money to be paid, it's just that assuming that he absconds or he will not come for his trial, that's when it becomes an issue to forfeit it. But surely his antecedent does not indicate that it's a flight risk. In fact, there's even a pending court order on him not to leave Abuja, so he's going nowhere. Ordinarily, even with that, he's going nowhere. But he's not a coward, he's not going to run away, he's going to stand for his trial. And then 2 shorties. There are things that I couldn't see things like somebody must be a landed owner, property owner or something, just 2 shorties. That's simple enough. Not even tax receipts and all that. If it's just as we have read, I think that's simple enough, something that can be fulfilled today by all of them. 1 shorty, 1 million, you sign. If these people run, you pay ₦1 million each. Then these other people, he has enough status to get people, and I know it's going to be easy. To me, I'm talking realistically as a lawyer. I'm not looking at the amount of money. It's not asked to go and put ₦20 million down. It's just for the shorties to undertake that if he runs away, like me now did, then this and this will happen. But Sowore is going nowhere.
I think first of all, we are now seized of the bail conditions granted to Omoyele Sowore and 4 others, as per the charge before them at Wuse Magistrate. I would want to subject the ruling of the court to a further analysis from the bar or outside the face of the court. But in my own considered view, vis-a-vis the bail is meant to be to secure the attendance of counsel at all the proceedings of the court, and bail ought to be lenient. I am of the view that the counsel to Omoyele Sowore will knows what to do. If his clients are able to meet that bail condition, all well and good. If not, then we will now need to think of necessary application to do. But I will want to subject judicial ruling to further analysis. So that's just my position for now. But I think the question of promotion of liberty, of fundamental liberties, is now more important. We can't allow the country to degenerate into a dictatorship.
Okay, concerning the 20 million naira bill granted to by Judge Bello, and that's very ridiculous. And it was expected though, because that's what we've been going through from the hands of different judges. There was a judge that granted protesters bail unconditionally, and they were freed the same day. But with Judge Bello, our approach to the case has been very, very ridiculous, and she has just been dribbling everybody. I read one time last week that Malami wanted to take over the case, and the DG for the state CID, they just be dribbling us, and we think all these are just to clamp down on peaceful gathering, peaceful protesters, and it's just maybe a way to silence our voices, and which we will never contain, because we have been oppressed enough, we have been overruled, and we can't take this anymore. We can't keep silent. We'll keep fighting.